Good morning, YouTube, and good morning to all the interwebbers on YouTube. Yes, I apologize. I haven't made any videos this Monday or this Tuesday. I was a bit busy and stuff didn't want to work and everything, but hopefully, I have some new things coming in the future. I've got a little GoPro setup. So hopefully I can make better quality videos in the future. We'll just see how that goes. I'm currently recording on both my PC and my Mac and my GoPro. So yeah. And just by the way, different hat. Still Star Wars though. But anyways, yes. So, um, yeah, essentially, today I want to talk to you guys about. Sorry, let me just move slightly backwards. Awesome. Um, Today I want to essentially talk to you guys um, about a few channels that inspired. Oh, I want to talk to you guys about essentially the channels on YouTube, the people on YouTube that made me want to do this, that gave me the courage to do this, to see that it is a viable option and everything. So I'm gonna be testing my post editing skills a bit, putting thumbnails or pictures and stuff in the video. Maybe I should move a bit to the side then, so there's space next to me. Let me just see my GoPro preview. I can't see my GoPro preview, but I know that he can see me all the way from here. Cool. So this is still gonna be weird because I'm gonna be pointing to my right and that's gonna be pointing to my left, but it's okay. Let me just get my coffee in there. There we go. Why do I look closer than usual? Maybe I'm just not. Hopefully that. Yeah, that's better. Hopefully that didn't do anything to the GoPro recording. Although I'm a bit fish-eyed probably at this moment, but it's okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna try my best to go through everyone that I can, and then, sorry, I have a little bit of a list that I need to just check that I go through everyone that I wanted to go through, because, well, I feel even though those channels already have a lot of subscribers and everything, it's not necessarily for me to get them more subscribers or anything like that, and they have no idea who I am and they have no idea that I'm doing this. But I feel I need to get a shout out to the people who got me here. And it's not like I'm some other big YouTuber at some point, something like that yet, but it's something that I feel I should do. Especially for in case I get very famous or something on YouTube, then people will see that and they'll go like those pages as well, because those pages really need to be seen. Not for them or anything, but for the people on YouTube watching music related videos and stuff like that, since almost all of these are gonna be music related. So let's get to that list. I have no idea how to get to the list that I wanted to get to. No, I don't want to sign out. That's playlists, no descriptions. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So let's start off sort of more early time me on YouTube, and that would be If I can find a chair now, just to make sure I get, well, Walk of the Earth, but that's not really the same type of thing, so, no. Um, Come on. Lol, I forgot who I was searching for. Early me. Okay, there we go. So, early days, back when YouTube was still relatively young and everything, I started watching a channel that had, well, a lot of subscribers, but not that many. And that has recently blown up to be, I think that's the third biggest channel on YouTube now. If you exclude the random Indian channel that's now recently taken over YouTube, because everyone in India has to be subscribers. But yeah, so that was Niga Higa. It's Ryan Higa. I haven't seen his stuff for a while now. I've been a bit too busy with other videos and more of my working on my music and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it was just fun videos to watch. He always talked about random stuff and did random stuff. Like playing Real World Fruit Ninja, I think was one of his most famous videos. Let's quickly go to his page here, and I can show you guys. Oh well, then I can talk a bit more about specifically what he has done. Yeah, he currently has 21 million subscribers. But yeah, he also did a lot of music stuff. Like one of my favorite songs that he has made is Bromance, which is a lovely, lovely. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. It's an awesome song. Um, but yeah, just an awesome song. And there was another one, Nice Guys Finish Last. It was probably the first video that I ever saw of him. That's probably what got me into his channel. Um, and yeah, it's just good, funny, doesn't take himself too seriously kind of person, which is awesome. Um, then he went on. I can only remember the music videos at this point. But there's a lot of I dare yous and proving the earth is flat, and in a very mocking way, by the way. I'm sorry if there's any flat worlders out there. I'm sorry for you. Um, but yeah, it's really just it's fun YouTube entertainment. That's what it is. It's like watching it's like watching Friends or How I Met Your Mother or Seinfeld or Big Bang Theory or something. It's not heavy and busy, and you sort of need to focus to know what's going on. Um, yeah. So go check him out. Hopefully I will have a thumbnail here, um, linking his stuff. Let's put it over there. Yes, cool. Um, next. Next, I would say I can't specifically remember who I went to specifically next. So I'm not gonna. I know I more or less started with him, and then went on further. But let's quickly go through a few that I'm not gonna talk too long about. Um, Rob Scallon is definitely someone who when I discovered him on YouTube, I didn't think like anyone knew him, and then I started talking to my friends about him, and everyone knew who Rob Scallon was. I'm sitting too far to that side, yes, still a bit, but it's fine. Um, yes, but everyone knew who Rob Scallon was, and that was just like awesome, dude. Um, yeah, now I can talk to you guys about sitar metal and random stuff like that, and Rick riffs and um, yeah, he was just fun. He does more music specific stuff. Like he recently did something with Andrew Wong, who's a YouTuber that I watch every now and then when he's on one of the channels that I actually watch. Um, yeah, but they made an album in a day. There's been ones with song in a day, recording with what's it, 100-year-old equipment and stuff like that. It's also fun entertainment, not too heavy, but it is very metal oriented, um, which I quite enjoy. Sometimes a bit heavier than I would necessarily prefer, but hey, there's a lot of good stuff there as well. And then Jared Dines. Also watch a lot of his videos. Mainly these days, only really watch. Every now and then I watch the Dickie Dines show, where he collaborates with his friend Austin Dickey, who is also a YouTuber. Um, I think he's a vocalist for some other band. But yeah, that's also it's fun and interesting. It just gets a lot after a while because they really do not give a shit. Like they've been demonetized as far as I know and everything. So yeah, they really just put up there whatever it is that they want to put up there. Get drunk on YouTube and whatever for the sake of YouTube education and entertainment. Um, it sounds bad saying someone gets drunk on YouTube. But it's not really like that. Like they have challenges and stuff that they do that involve alcohol and weird alcohol, like weird mixes and stuff. You can check it out on his channel. Um, at least they put vomit warnings on. I mean, that's nice. Yeah, and then to a bit more related to why I started talking to you guys and not just playing music and making stuff like that. Um, I want to talk about a bit about Steve Terberry and Samurai Guitarist. But let's start with Steve because I'm going to talk a bit more about Samurai Guitarist probably. Now, Steve Terberry is also, unlike my comedy, he's also just a funny guy. He's doing weird, he does weird facial expressions. Most notably, I have no idea if I will be able to put this, but something like that. No, I don't know how he does that with his mouth. Something like that. Yeah, he's very well known for his very weird facial expressions, and really not taking himself very seriously. Um, Although he probably does, it's just it doesn't come across like that in his YouTube videos. Um, he's made very interesting videos where he, in a way, actually mocks a lot of famous guitarists for how easy their riffs might be. Um, like there is, well, yeah, there's a few easy riffs out there. There's a lot of easy riffs out there, easy legendary riffs. Um, Number one in my brain that always comes up is Seven Nation Army. It's a simple, it's very simple, very easy to learn chord progression, very easy to learn riff, which is played throughout the whole song. And then he's like, okay, cool, this is the riff, plays it. Then it's like, yeah, that's so easy, I can do it whilst riding an elephant backwards, blindfolded on my head. Stuff like that. Not really to that extent, more like while spinning in a chair or while doing, what's the latest one was, whilst doing somersaults on the ground, like just rolling around. which I feel is just dangerous. It might hurt your guitar. But and then let me get to Samurai Guitarist. Actually no, because he's the main inspiration for this, along with Andertons. But I'm gonna start with Andertons actually because I want to talk a bit more about Samurai Guitarist. Andertons.co.uk or Andertons TV on YouTube, along with Rob Chapman. Um, yeah, they do a lot of fun stuff. Obviously, Andertons is a huge guitar store. Apparently, it's now ranked #1 in the world. So good for them. I'm happy for them. If they just want to start shipping to South Africa, that would be nice. uh, but as I've stated in a previous video, I understand why, and he stated why. He wants to, but it's so difficult and everything. But yeah, anyways, I mainly watch the electric guitar videos, even though I'm at this point in my life, I'm actually mainly a bassist. But I'm going through a bit more bass videos and stuff like that because I'm thinking of getting myself a new one. Because yes, I do. Because I obviously have the money for a new guitar. I record videos on my Mac. Granted, it's still 720p. It's not bad quality. Um, no, no. It's more of a pipe dream, but I feel it's something that I can save up to. Although a new electric guitar is a bit more immediate need. Since mine, well, it only has 5 strings on it at this point in time, but also it's really been giving me a lot of problems, almost since day one. But that's not what I want to talk to you guys about. So I'll do that in a different video where maybe I'll do a Bearclaw's afternoon tea or something, where I talk a bit about my guitars and show you all of my guitars and yeah. And my 3 small amps that I own. But yeah, so Andertons, what I enjoy the most on their channel is the blindfold challenges between Lee, the captain, Lee Anderton, the owner of Andertons, and Rob Chapman. And if you haven't checked out Rob Chapman yet, by the way, go check him out. Also awesome, also an influence, but I just feel like I watch him more on Anderton's than I do watch him on his own channel. So, and it's very recently that I started watching his channel. So, like, okay, it's not very recently. I started watching his channel more than a year ago, but that's like the most recent of all of these people. And yeah, they just do fun stuff. They talk to you about musical instruments. They tell you what is good, what is bad. They give honest opinions. My only slight problem with it is they don't never really touch on, like, if there's a new. I watched the new the old new Ibanez range video. That was the Ibanez range for 2018. Because hey, I'm looking for a new electric guitar, and Ibanez makes some very fine, affordable guitars. But they talked a lot about the prestige models, but only sort of skimmed over the premium models, which are the cheaper ones. And even the last guitar, which is one of the guitars that I'm thinking of buying, is they just sort of went through it. Okay, cool. This is this and this. Although I do understand why. It's a lot cheaper than it is over here. Although Ibanez is more or less the same there as it is here, which is interesting because if you could take a look at Gibson or Fender or stuff like that, it's a lot cheaper that side than it is this side. Because, well, South Africa has a lovely 100% import tax policy. And my screen went dead. so I can randomly stare at the GoPro for 2 seconds. Um, so yeah, they do very informative videos, but also fun videos, like what Rabir and the other Lee, a lot of they have a video series thing that they call Sounds Like, and then they do a Sounds Like. Okay, let's go with Guns N' Roses because it just popped up. Sound like Guns N' Roses without busting the bank, where they go and see if they can, for a reasonably affordable price, get a guitar and amp and maybe a few pedals that can make you essentially sound like Slash. If you want to do that. Yes, you want to do that. Slash sounds amazing, but Slash, I feel, is aiming a bit high, guitar-wise. Granted, they also have Joe Satriani and stuff like that, so yeah. They also have a Dragon Force video with that, by the way. But then they also have one with Sound Like Guns N' Roses by busting the bank. And then they go and see, boom, what's the... Essentially, they try to be as expensive as possible. They go see what is the most expensive, well, for Slash in particular, Gibson Les Paul that they can find. Cool. Does it have everything that is needed to make the Slash sound? Yes. Awesome. We'll take it. And then it's like a £3,000 guitar. Um, but hey, it's for the sake of YouTube entertainment. Um, and then they like take a JCM 800 with the 4x12 and yes. But then Lee also takes the guitar. I can't remember what he took for the Guns N' Roses one. Because Rabir is usually on the lead guitarist route, and the other lead then takes the other, like the bassist, because he's also a bassist, and so on and so forth. But anyways, they also have one for under £500, which is quite nice. I enjoy that. Because that's more in something that I can actually focus on. That is something that I can achieve in 6 or 7 months. I aspire to be having a 30,000 Rand Les Paul at some point in my life, but it's not a viable option at this current moment. But yeah, this video is getting a bit long, so let me get into Samurai Guitarist. Samurai Guitarist is a Canadian music person who really, I don't know, his videos really resonate with me. He's also recently started doing, in my honest opinion, honest unfiltered opinions, which is called UFO, HUFO, and that's really, it's fresh. He doesn't hide behind anything. He's honest about what's happening. Is like, listen, in a very nice way. Like a video that I've watched 3, 4, maybe 5 times or more. The 4 pillars of music rhythm, I think is the title's name. Where it talks about focus on this, then focus on this, focus on this, then focus on this, then bring it all together, and that is when you'll have that little gem you're trying to create. He's really out there to help, well, people watching YouTube that want to get better at guitar and start making better music, start making money off of their music. He's also honest about how difficult it is to actually make a living off doing music, and how difficult it is to make money off of YouTube, which I think a lot of people don't do, because there's a lot of people that has gotten rich from YouTube, but they are few and far between. I mean, There are so many channels on YouTube, so many users. But I feel like what maybe 5% of them ever become worldwide names. Um, and every full time, well, every part time YouTuber aspires to become a full time YouTuber. Usually, I don't specifically plan to become a full time YouTuber. I plan to make music, but hey, if it's something that can help me afford my music, that'll be great. Um, but also, if we're not on tour, not working on an album or something like that, um, then I always have time to work. Even if we are working on an album, um, but yeah, I will talk to you guys about my band a bit later in a different video. Um, but yeah, so yeah, Samurai Guitarist really talks to me because he's just talking. He just talks to his audience, which I enjoy because that's what I feel like I'm trying to do. Hopefully, I succeed in that. Um, but I don't know. He really just made me think like, listen, you can do this. So do it. I mean, YouTube is free. If it works out, great. You earn a few bucks along the way. If it doesn't work out, well, what did you lose? I lost maybe. I didn't lose anything. I've anyway spent half an hour outside every morning for the last 2 years, with my coffee and everything. So it's not really like I'm losing a lot of time or any money whatsoever. I haven't put any money into this. Um, so that's great. And it's very serious as well with starting small, which I think is a brilliant idea because a lot of people like the one band that I've joined late last year. We're thinking of doing sort of Christian metalcore since that scene has died out a bit. I don't really think it's died out. I think it's more just calmed down. It's been more enveloped in the community as a whole. Um, but yeah, we're planning on doing that. But there are two people in that band who's never been in another band. This is their first band. So, okay, my GoPro just went. I think the battery is flat. Um, so they're like, let's start, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, let's go, let's get gigs, let's. And I'm just like, me and the other guy that, like, we're both currently in bands. And so yes, they might see it as our attention is a bit divided. That is not true. Like, it takes time. We haven't even met yet, and these guys want to gig, and yes, they're sending videos and stuff of what they're doing, but they haven't. They're not sending any notes or any tabs or any keys or um, BPMs or anything that we can work off of. I mean, I'm a bassist. I need background music to be able to practice, and I can't just do that from watching a guy play or listening to the guy play. My ear is not that good, and especially because he's not recording it clean. He's recording it with a lot of distortion, and then it's very difficult to figure out what is actually playing. Um, but yeah, so this has been a relatively long video. Um, but yeah, so I want to give a shout out to all of these people who have helped me along the way, in a lot of different ways. And yeah, please guys, go check them out. They're really worth the watch. And then I do have a few honorable mentions. Um, Music is Win is definitely one. Well done to him, and um, he really seems to know what he's doing, and he's it seems like it's going really well with him. Um, good myth, good mythical morning. Um, Definitely something to check out if you haven't already. I know they're very famous. Um, Music MBA. Very recent that I started watching that. Very recent that I discovered it. Awesome channel though. I love his talks and everything, and it's very informative, and it really seems like he does a lot of research for his videos, which is nice. A lot of people just sort of go out and just talk about random stuff without researching it. But yeah, um, I do have a few more honorable mentions. Super Carlin Brothers, the first non-music oriented. Um, that's not true. Good Mythical Morning is also not music oriented, but they are also musicians, so no, that counts as music oriented. Yeah, Super Carlin Brothers. They have like a fan. They're like a fan YouTube channel essentially. They talk about theories, especially in Harry Potter and stuff like that. And I haven't watched any of the other videos. I've only watched the Harry Potter videos. I can't really talk about anything else than that. But yeah, go check them out. Yes, then what am I forgetting? I'm forgetting someone important, I feel like. Um, yeah, I'm definitely forgetting someone important, but I want to touch on Davey Bass, since I like what he's doing. He's a bassist as well. It's awesome. He plays Tool with Tools and Red Hot Chili Peppers with Red Hot Chili Peppers and, and stuff like that. But he never really talks, so that's not really something that really inspired this video. Um, but yeah, cool. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed my little shout outs. Go check out these channels. I know this is not really my normal type of content, although it is sort of, because I'm talking about my stuff and, like I said, stuff that influenced me, stuff that is going on in my life, and so on and so forth. And yeah, go check them out. I'll try to put a link in the description of everyone. Yes, I don't know why I'll try. It should be fairly easy. Um, but yeah, cool. If you guys want to expand a bit, I've given very short introductions to each of these channels and people. So if any of you want to give a broader explanation of each channel, you're more than welcome to just drop it in the comments below. And yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear what you guys think. And then I have been Bearclaw. You have been the Interwebbers. And this has been my morning over milked coffee. Yes, there's too much milk in my coffee. I'm not happy about that.